always a good time chopping it up with our first musical guest, but sometimes great music comes with a great deal of controversy. Here's my interview with my boy, Lupe Fiasco. Your access has been granted. Big Tig doing big things with none other than Mr. Fiasco.
What's going on, Tig?
How are you, sir?
How you, man? I'm good.
I'm trying to be cool like you.
What, Chinese food in the club?
Just trying to hang out around your way. That is an awesome video, young man.
Thank you, bro.
How's everything been going?
Good, man. Heavy in the promo phase, early promo phase, trying to, push these singles and just get the name of the album out there.
Okay, let's rebrand the album.
Food and Liquor 2.
Okay.
Great American Rap Album.
Nice. Your music has always had some, we'll call it substance.
Yeah, I like that. Substance.
Always had some substance, and there are things to be learned.
Yeah.
And messaging and things like. Do you think people are listening? Is the message getting through?
Well, do I think all people are listening?
Well, are the people who are listening actually listening?
Yeah. Okay. I think the people who choose to listen and go out it, because it's hard to find it on the radio.
True.
You can find me on the internet, but it's in the more public spaces, It's kind of hard to get to Lupe Fiasco. I'm not in the 50,000 seater arenas like that on my own. So it's just kind of like the people who go out above and beyond the Call of Duty to actually get the records and listen to them and break them down. You'd be surprised
but
how much they do.
But are those the people who need to listen?
Now that's another question, because it's like, who is that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even with like a song like Bitch Bad, I understand that there's people who listen to music and it doesn't internalize. They don't internalize it and live their lives by it. From 2 to 25 to 200 years old, people have their own, perspective on life, their own trajectory in life. And no song is gonna take them out of that. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people, they can just hear the beat and it's like, I'm finna kill somebody tonight.
So you mentioned that where you can find Lupe
I'm selling some dope tonight.
and where Lupe isn't. And though you have achieved and enjoyed some commercial success.
Indeed, I have.
Are you comfortable in where you are? Do you think you should be further?
Nah, because I turn a lot of stuff down.
Right.
That the music has got me to the points where you're in the door. You're at the board meeting, and you're talking to the people who give you the $10 million check.
No doubt.
Or give you the first look, to give you the $2 million check, or to give you the $500,000 check. And it starts the campaign, which the next company will be like, oh man, they gave you that, we'll give you this to come with us,
Right.
But it's like, I don't want to promote the pork sausage breakfast sandwich. I'll do whatever else. I'm Muslim, I don't eat pork. I don't think that other people should eat pork, but if you can just say that it won't be the pork sausage breakfast sandwich, and it'll be the all beef, double burger supreme kind of thing, then let's do it. Okay. And it's as simple as that. We can't guarantee that. So it's like, well, I guess I'm not there,
Right.
And then it's, I get in trouble with what I say. There's companies who like, and it's artists too.
Right.
Managers like Lupe are gonna say something crazy. Or get perceived as crazy, and he's gonna get blackballed,
Food and Liquor 2.
As
Great
always.
American Rap Album.
Yeah, it's about America.
That's what it is. My man Lupe in the building. Your access has been granted. Here's my interview with rapper, actor, reality star, and now movie director Ice-T. Your access has been granted. Big Tig doing big things with the OG of all OGs. Please believe it. We got Ice-T in the building.
What up, Tig? Good to see you.
What's up, dog?
I'm here, man.
We still here.
I'm with you in D.C. I said, this ain't the basement. Like, we moved up. We got the penthouse. We got a view. I like it.
Yeah, we rooftop with it right about now. How you been, bro?
I'm all right, man. I can't complain.
Right.
I can't complain. I'm just still riding this hip-hop wave. I've been on Law & Order now. Almost going on 14 years. It's
Nice.
the 14th season.
We watching you knock people out and
Doing all that, doing all that,
run people down.
Yeah, but just staying active, staying in the business, doing different things behind the scenes, but still around the block, so this was a big return home doing this film. So that's why we're here.
Something from nothing. The art of rap. Define the art of rap.
I think if you really break it down, let's start it off with hip hop. Okay. Hip hop has 5 elements. You got breaking, you got DJing, you have graffiti, MCing, and fifth knowledge, which is just the knowledge of hip hop.
Right.
Those are your 5 elements. Rap is it's basically kind of like verbal gymnastics, and it's done syncopated over beats.
Right.
And it requires skill. Now, in the movie, Big Daddy Kane said, if you can rhyme cat with hat, you can consider yourself a rapper. But then it gets a lot more complex when you get to people like Eminem and Cool G Rap and Rakim. There's a fine art. And you being a connoisseur of the art, you've interviewed all the great rappers. So you know when you're hearing a good rapper or a mediocre rapper. And I think what happens is because the culture's been around so long, and they've seen people rap off the top of their heads, and they've seen not so good rappers, people tend to think, oh, well, anybody can do it.
Right.
But there is a certain degree of difficulty when you get to the fine art.
Yeah.
The fine art.
The intricacies.
The intricacies of it. And intricacies. And intricacies. And real rap aficionados know that. They'll say, oh, okay, I can see what you're doing is a little bit more difficult. My thing as a whole is the movie's called Something from Nothing because when we started and hip hop started, it was nothing. I mean, I started rapping before anybody had ever bought a car rapping.
Wow.
You know, there were no hip hop channels, there were no radio stations, there weren't even beat records. The DJ had to break the beats, you know, had to get you to break beats so that you could rap. So now to see it as such a big part of global culture, I just wanted to let people know, you know, this came from something. It came from kids. It came from a youth movement in the South Bronx.
So now you have this documentary, Sundance Film Festival. Nice. I know you wanted to show them, but what do you hope people gain or learn from watching this?
Just appreciation. I just think, you know, hip hop isn't something that you know you should play with, and you know some people make a mockery of it, laugh about it and stuff. I'm like, yo, this is dead serious to certain people. You know, in my case, it saved my life. I was going totally down the wrong road, you know, doing a lot of negative things, and if it wasn't for rap and me finding myself doing that, I most definitely been in prison or killed, because I was on another channel at the time, and what I did was I took that lifestyle, I added it to the music, and unknowingly invented what they call gangster rap. But I just want you to take an appreciation. I mean, I wanted to direct, Tig. I want to do features down the road. I feel like I got 20 years in the film business now, but I wanted to start with something I was really familiar with, and I wanted to give back to hip hop. You're a real hip hop cat. You know that part of hip hop is giving back to hip hop.
No doubt.
You represent it on your sleeve. Don't diss it. Don't talk bad about it. You got a problem.
Right.
You know, that's part of it. So for me to be in my position today, I had the means to make a film, and I said, this is the best thing I can do for the culture to put me in the game.
More direct access up next. Stay right there. All right, ladies, all right. Time you've been waiting for, but first let me take care of my business. You are watching Direct Access. I am your man, Big Tigger, and now that we got all that out the way, here he is, Trey Songz. What's up, man? Chapter 5?
Yeah, Chapter 5. We got a whole bag full of them right there. Like
we're going to get you to
30
sign
of them.
some of those, and we're going to give them away right here on the show.
Damn right.
That's how we do it around. Tell me about this new album.
Front to back, man. It's a combination of my best work. A combination of the best pieces from all of my albums, I feel, and even elevated, you know what I mean? I think you get more features from me on this album, but on select songs, you know what I mean? Songs that call for that. Other than that, it's all R&B. I got, just to run it down, T.I., Lil Wayne, Jeezy, Puff, Meek Mill, Rick Ross, all on the album.
Right.
And they make up for 4 songs.
All right.
6 features, 4 songs. 18 songs on the whole album. So
that's a lot of songs.
So that lets you know that lets you know the rest of those songs, all 14 of them, are, you know, solidified quality music. You know what I mean? Like the up tempos in the club, and that's all that. But I'm giving you what you want, baby.
Right. Do you feel like the process is getting easier? It's the same, or is it getting harder to maintain at this point?
I mean, the more successful it's easier for me, you know, because for a long time I was making music to solidify myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was making music in a rush to do so. It was great quality music, but I was doing so on a time schedule that was based on maintaining relevancy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus now, I'm very successful.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's been 4 albums. I wouldn't consider myself a veteran yet, but very seasoned in the game.
Right. Established.
Yeah, very established.
Okay.
And, you know, for this album, it was more about creative for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And making sure the creative was all that I wanted to be while, you know, giving an altogether cohesive yet diverse project. And a project that showed evolution as well as maintaining stability in the genre and making sure that R&B breathed a fresh breath of air.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And not to say, I hate when people say they bringing R&B back. They doing this, doing
A lot
that.
of people saying that.
I mean, everybody say that, but the truth is that it's just a new way of giving R&B. It's real R&B, but at the same time, it's music. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about bringing this R&B back or going pop or none of that. It's about being creative and making sure your fans are happy. And I think my fans are very happy with this album.
Right.
Right. I mean, you said it.
Right.
Right.
My man. As always, tell them how to keep in touch with you in Chapter 5.
At Trey Songz, you know what I mean? TreySongz.com. Oh, yeah, when somebody just say, you know what I mean, in the middle of nothing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, at Trey Songz, you know what I mean? No, of course they know what you mean. You just told them.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? TreySongz.com. You feel me? Trey Songz on Facebook. You already know what it is. We here. That was just the pastime word.
All of them? You gonna get them all out?
Yeah. And my new thing too is greeting cats like this. What up, fam?
What up, man?
How things been, B?
You all right?
Everything cool, son.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I'm out here chilling, cuz.
And
Everything been the same, my boy. You know what I'm saying, G? It's all good.
That's how we feel about it?
Hey, bruh. One thing about it, folk.
You ain't about that life.
My man.
Your access has been granted. Make sure you go get that album, Chapter 5.
Holla at your
Do
boy.
it right now, all right? Ladies,
What is good? What is good?
that's Jeremiah.
It's Big Tig, man.
That's Jeremiah. What's up, homie?
Chilling, bro.
How you been?
I've been A1, man. I've been just doing a lot of traveling. I haven't been out here in D.C. in a minute, but it feels good to be back. The weather's nice, and so far I've seen some beautiful ladies out there, so I'm looking forward to the show.
Now, you had the song Birthday Sex, sensational, put you on the map.
Yeah.
I think I became a fan when you put out the video on YouTube of you playing the piano and singing.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that's challenging.
Yeah, I mean, you know, thank God it's a gift of mine. You know, that's pretty much my root of music. You know, it's just playing as a musician from the musician standpoint. But yeah, that was 3 years ago. God, that was 3 years ago.
How about that?
That was almost 3 years. So we still here, man. We just knocking out some more records.
Right.
As we speak, I'm working on my album, my newest album, my third album to the world. So
The third album?
My third one, man. You know, my first one had Birthday Sex on it.
Okay.
And my second one is what you all probably heard, Down on Me with 50 Cent on it.
Okay. All right. Now, from your first album to this album, what has changed most about you, and what's changed most about you? Well, what's changed most about you personally, and what's changed most about you professionally?
Personally, you know, my life has definitely took a drastic change with me not being home as much.
No doubt.
You know, I had no clue what I was getting myself into, or even what I even wrote when it came to Birthday Sex.
Right.
You know, so the world kind of took that on and made it a hit and more of a movement. You know, and now hopefully I'll be probably singing that song until I forget the words.
No doubt.
Professionally, man, I just learned a lot. You know, I learned a lot over 2 years from the outside looking in. You know, you always get to see how it looks. You know, watching award shows and hearing the music when not actually being behind it. So just to not only be the writer, but also the representative to the world singing it. You know, it's a dope feeling. And professionally, I definitely can say I learned a lot over the 2 years and just know what mistakes not to make again.
No doubt. Definitely had a chance to broaden that base with that hook on that song with Wale.
Oh yeah. While the whole MMG, man.
Right.
Ross hopped on it too. So they made that They made that one for me last year too, man. I sent that to Wale. I had bumped into him in Chicago, and he laced it. He sent it back the next week, and it was history.
That's what's really happening.
Yeah.
So you're working on your third album. What's coming up next for Jeremiah?
I've really been working on a mixtape. My very first mixtape I ever actually even attempted to put out. you know, I hear a lot of our rappers really usually putting out a mixtape, but when singers started putting them out, I knew I had to.
No
I knew
doubt.
I was in some type of, you know, trouble to either come with it or don't. So I've been knocking. I'm almost done with that. I say I'll probably knock it out by the time I get home this weekend, and
Okay.
I'll just throw it out next week, you know, just to see what people see what people feeling. So far,
Right.
I got some dope features on there. 2 Chainz,
Nice.
50 Cent.
Nice.
Man, you name it. You name it. I got a couple.
gonna be a
names on there.
problem.
It's gonna be something on there. So far, it's called Late Nights though, so be looking forward to that.
Where should they be looking for it? Online?
Oh man, that's probably the only place unless you find me in the streets or some of my people in the streets.
On your
Gotta take
website?
it back. Yeah, you can take it on there too. Jeremiah.com. It definitely should be on there, and I'm also on Twitter, so you can hit me up on there too. It's twitter.com /Jeremiah. That's JEREMIH.
That's what's happening. We appreciate your time, bro.
All day,
Keep
all day.
doing your thing. More direct access up next. Stay right there.